everybody. Good evening. Welcome to the daily social closeness piano live stream. I'm here every night, 10 p.m. Amsterdam, Central European time. And every time I start with a piece, I love to talk about music, share my travel experiences, tips for musicians. Excuse me, let me fix the mic here for a second. Sorry about that. And yeah, so if you have any requests, any musical questions, let me know. And also, if you are on Facebook and you like this stream, please share. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Lots of videos there. And all right, so I'm checking the chats here. Also, let me quickly check if everything. Yesterday I had a technical problem, and in all honesty, I thought I was blaming the internet. And that was wrong. There was something wrong with my camera settings. So, but let me know if there is anything technically not right, then I'll try to fix it on the spot. So, my half-sister from America. Hi, Elle. Thanks for watching. Sebastian Antonio's request. Yeah, if you have any requests, let me know. And if I can play them, I'm willing to play them or to prepare them. Hi Astrid. Hi Joel, all the way from Argentina. Yeah, so a lot of people again watching. Really nice. Thanks Erik. Yeah, so it's amazing. Hi Fabio. I also see people on Instagram. So I have my iPad here. For those of you who are watching on Instagram, the quality on YouTube and on Facebook is much better. And I think not reversed, because it's always reversed in Instagram. Anyway, so I had a couple of requests. And what I also wanted to do today, because yesterday I was explaining something about reharmonization. This is a question I get often, and Chris Spiteri, a pianist from Malta, he asked me if I would be willing to explain something about reharmonization on the spot. Yesterday I talked a little bit about Over the Rainbow, to the combination of bass and melody and how to reharmonize. And today I would like to explain another way of how I reharmonize things using the famous standard Autumn Leaves, which everybody knows. So I'm going to move the microphone a little bit that way so you can also hear the piano, but I think you can still hear my voice. Let me put it in the middle like this. I'm just checking here. Hi Erik. Thanks for watching. So so with Autumn Leaves, for instance, if you have, let me start with the basic chord structure, the basic melody, the basic chords. This is in G minor, so that means that the first chord is C minor. So probably most of you know this. All right, so C minor F, B flat to E flat, A half diminished, D7, G minor. Yeah? All right, so what is like, for instance, a harmonic, what a lot of people do is like chromatic tritone substitution. So before you go to the B flat, before you play the F7, you play F sharp 7. So, and then before you go to the E flat. So okay, so this is so kind of go to the tritone, and with the tritone substitution before you go to the dominant chord. Well, that's already a very nice thing to practice if you're starting with a jazz harmony or want to take it to a higher level. But then I figured, and like I said yesterday too, with the relation between the bass note and the melody is so important, because that kind of determines so much color and the texture of the chord. So in this case, now what I was doing now, but why not take it from, so this is always half step above, huh? But I think, why don't you take it, for instance, with the bass note, not from the F sharp, but from E to F. So, and then if you fill the chord, it would be major 7. And instead of going to the E but into the D, it would become D sus. Well, yeah, you can the major. This is maybe a little bit too much, but so half step. So what I'm doing is C minor, E major, F7 sus, F7 alt, B major 7 plus 5, D7 sus, E7 plus 5 resolving to E major 7, this is D major 7 to D7 sus, D7 altered 9, and but you can combine it. Sometimes the chromatic from a half step above, so the tritone. Sorry. Some another way of reharmonizing, but again, it kind of what's very similar to yesterday with Over the Rainbow. Maybe in a couple of days I'll explain this thing once again, or I'll give you some other harmonic approaches to harmonize. It's always, in this case, the relation between the bass and the melody. And one thing I really want to repeat from yesterday before I continue with something else is, so if you take like two notes, a bass note, I don't know, like this, huh? Oh, yeah. So here I'm playing a B, and here is, let's say, D sharp. So if you have this only, try, and this is a common mistake with a lot of pianists make, I think. They start already like filling all the piano with all those notes, but try to hear a sound. Like when I hear this sound, I hear, like, for instance, it could be B major, but it also could be, for instance, B7 sus 4 or B7. So there are but I try to hear the color of the chord in my head before I play it. That's an important thing, and then try to figure it out from there. So I hope this helps a little bit. All right. Hey, Lucas. Good to see you here. Wow, that's an honor. Yeah. So let me know if you have any more questions about this. Yeah, Hans, Hendrik. Yeah, this is reharm lesson. Yeah, from these. Yeah, yeah. The other thing is, one of the reasons I'm kind of, I wouldn't say able to do this, but because I love to do this, I don't see a lot of restrictions. I mean, if I would play this with a rhythm section, had this D sus to E flat major, then of course I would have to write it down for the bass player. Otherwise, it would sound strange. But I always see a harmonic solution. I don't see, yeah, I don't hear them. I'm convinced there is always a solution, no matter what, a good sounding solution. Yeah. So. So let me know if you have any more questions or any more requests. I'm also getting hi Susanna on Instagram. How can we improve the improvisation? Yeah, that's a question I'm getting here on Instagram. That's that's. I would like to maybe save this for tomorrow. Hi, Susanna. So if you please log in tomorrow, better on Facebook again, then I will. Hi, Urs. That's nice. So then tomorrow I'm going to tell more about this because it's a question I get more often. So please be here tomorrow and I'll explain a little bit more about actual improvisation. So, all right. So, hi Orestes, good to see you back. For all the things you are. Well, what I quickly can do with all the things, I'll play the first 4 bars, similar to what I was just explaining with Autumn Leaves. So you have so like an F minor 7, B flat minor 7, sorry, E flat 7 to A flat major 7, and then like of course you could do the B7 before going to the B flat minor, and then sorry, and then the A7 before going to the A flat. Yeah, so that's the tritone. But again, like I did with Autumn Leaves, you can also approach it from, instead of going to the half step, you go to the third or a half step from below. In other words, A. And then and then here, instead of going to A, you go so. So play around with those bass notes. I hope, Orestes, this helps. So I gave you 2 examples with Autumn Leaves and then with All the Things You Are, similar approach. So there is a lot to do. Urs, that's thank you. Mutual respect. All right. Yeah, so, okay, let me play something. Another standard, maybe less famous, or I don't know, but it's a beautiful tune by Horace Silver. Yeah, um, yeah, I'm getting very nice compliment here from Urs through Instagram um, about the sound. And that's a big compliment. Um, Thank you, Urs. Yeah, and actually, I'm glad you brought this up because um, I'm totally obsessed with piano sound. Of course, um, I think if it comes to you know, to avoid all those questions, I think there are two pianists who play jazz. Well, maybe three. I mean, there are many people with incredible sound. I mean, Brad Mehldau, Herbie Hancock, they all have an amazing sound. Actually, every night I'm watching Chick Corea. It's incredible how he makes that piano sound. But there are three pianists which I really love for their sound, a little bit more combined with the classical piano sound. And what I mean with the classical piano sound is classical music. And that's Keith Jarrett, of course. That's Gonzalo Rubalcaba, and not the, I mean, especially when he plays ballads. Check it out. Check his version on, for instance, Here's That Rainy Day. Absolutely amazing how he makes that piano sound. I think Gonzalo Rubalcaba is the same league as Brad and Keith, and just incredible. And Fred Hirsch, who's also live streaming almost every day. Only one piece, but of course it's Fred Hirsch, so it's always beautiful, whatever he plays. And this is something I've been obsessed with because in my opinion, like if you like saxophone players, trumpet players, bass players, are always so concerned about their sound, and I think that's so right. That's such a great thing to do and so important. But there are a lot of pianists, especially when they play jazz, who don't see the piano sound as as a very important. There's not always that much attention. I think sometimes it has to do maybe with the fact that a lot of pianists play on keyboards or on bad pianos when they're young or when they're starting, and it's maybe lack of good instruments. But it's something to take care of because in the classical world, this piano sound is so important. And by the way, my all-time favorite classical pianist for piano sound is Arkady Volodos. Check this man out, especially when he plays the music of Federico Mompo. If you want me, I can write it down. Arkady with a C, Volodos. Incredible. And when he plays Mompo, you hear sounds coming from the piano which you don't know exist. And so what I do, I don't know if I can get it across here with the sound, because I get more questions about the sound. Sorry, this is not the sound I mean, this microphone sound. Is so what I do, what I learned from playing with people who are so great with sound is projecting. So look, in this live stream, I'm sitting here in my living room. This is my piano. It's quite a small. It's not big. But what I do, but especially when I play like in concerts, but it can be a small club too. It doesn't matter. Whatever venue I play, or in a practice room, or it doesn't matter. What I do, I don't see it. Just hear the piano and the sound, but I project the sound to. I take like the farmost point in the room. For instance, the corner in the ceiling, all the way there, which is from here maybe. Well, what's the other estimate? It's 5-6 meters away. If I estimate, it doesn't really matter. It could also be right here, and then I send the sound over there. So I don't know if it comes across here on the live stream with internet and all those restrictions, but well, whatever I play, I can like a. So I don't only play here. I really try to project those notes, like, and I'm also aware of the overtones. Sorry. to, yeah. Another thing is how I approach the keyboard. It's not, I don't see the keyboard, the piano as a thing like you press and, you know, I approach it as like a kind of a trampoline or like a basketball. You know, that nice feeling when you have a ball and you let it bounce. And it's the same with the keys, because if you can get the hang of the piano keys kind of pushing you up and using a lot of gravity. I don't have a lot of like finger movement, because I really like to this bouncy feeling. Even when I play rhythmical stuff, I let the gravity do the work. I don't go. It's also tiring. You know, and like this. And also when I play, like, for instance, like Latin stuff, whatever, it can be like percussive stuff. You know, I don't like, but I really use the piano to kind of give me that punch. So I turn it around, so kind of like a trampoline, I don't know. Basketball kind of feeling, that bouncy thing. Of course, that requires a good instrument, I must say, because if you're playing on a bad piano and on a keyboard, it's already more difficult to do. But that's some things to elaborate a little bit on the sound. Yeah. So yes, okay. Thanks, Urs, for bringing this up. Yeah. I'm gonna check all those guys. Yeah, that's true what you're saying, Urs. Thanks. Yeah. Um, um, yes, yes, Gonzalo Rubalcaba solo. Yeah, and he also Gonzalo Rubalcaba. Yes, thanks, Paul. Thanks for tuning in. Gonzalo Rubalcaba also recently, or maybe it's 1 year old. This is also incredible. There is this Polish singer. Her name is Anna Maria Jopek, and she recorded an album with Gonzalo. There is also some great YouTube footage there. It's incredible how he, you know, it's like a magician. Everything he plays on that. I remember him when he came to Europe for the first time with this Cuban band, Grupo Proyecto, and he was playing on an old Chord keyboard, and already like the chops and the technique and all that was already there. But then he also, like in the last years, he has been really focusing on beautiful piano sound, and check his solo recordings. It's so beautiful. And then Joel from Argentina is saying Andreas Schiff, yes. Yes, Andreas Schiff. Yes, he is Andras Schiff. Yeah, he's I think German or Austrian classical pianist. I've seen him a number of times too, and amazing sound also. And there's another young Russian pianist who was playing here at the Concertgebouw in Amsterdam a couple months ago. Danil Trifonov, also amazing, also technically. That's also incredible. So I actually do listen and go to classical concerts a lot, especially solo pianists, because of the sound. Yeah. All right. So time flies. Yeah. I'm just checking the comments here. Well, that's very true, Rob. That's very true. Shame on me. Rob Reinecke is saying you forgot Bill Evans, and that's so true, because he was actually pioneering in translating this classical piano sound to jazz. Very true, and sorry I didn't bring it up. That was very true. Yeah. Yeah. So. Thanks for all your comments. So I'm going to close with another backing track thing. I like this backing track. So like I said before, for musicians, especially in these days when we have to play a lot alone by ourselves. I found this very neat website, YouTube channel, Backing Tracks. Maybe most of you know it already, but I'm pleasantly surprised with the quality. Again, it's not like playing with your own people, but for practicing at home and play along. And what's also nice, they have a lot of tracks where there is no piano, so you can do the piano yourself. So I'm going to first make this ready. Let's see. And then, oops, sorry about that. Okay, I'm not going to check my email. I'm just going to, is this the code? Yeah. All right, so I hope it works. I'll first play an introduction to this song, very known jazz standard. Also, today I'm a little bit in standard mode. Tomorrow I will play some more original music, maybe some more minimal again, but for some reason today I felt like playing a lot of standards. So let's see, I think it should all work. Oh, let me make sure this is switched on. You probably know this sound, yeah. Okay. All right, I think it should be okay. All right. Okay, let me do this again with the microphone. Sorry about that. was on Green Dolphin Street in E flat. So, Rob, yeah, it's called backing tracks. I'll write you later. I'll send you a link. But it's, wait a minute, let me show you because it's really, I know, okay, the YouTube channel is called Backing Tracks. And it's like, let me hold it in front of the camera. I hope you can see it. It's this, can you see it? This is gray with white letters. Very good. I'm pleasantly surprised by the quality. I mean, it's, yeah. So I hope this helps. It's great for practicing and just, you know, well. So, yeah. Thank you, Joël. Thank you for your comments. So before I close for today, I'm here every night, 10 o'clock, Dutch time, Amsterdam time, Central European time. If you have any requests, songs you would like me to play, musical things you would like me to explain, reharmonizations, practicing tips, whatever, like I did today. If you want me to share my travel experiences in certain countries, so maybe most of you know I've traveled to more than 100 countries, so I have a lot to tell, also collaborating with a lot of world music projects. Actually, I was also thinking maybe tomorrow to talk a little bit about my collaboration with amazing people in South Africa to start with. There's so much to be done still, but yeah. And so please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please like this Facebook page. Please share this live stream, and if you like. And yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. It's great to see more people every day and from all over the world. That's really lovely. And again, please stay safe. Really take care of people around you, especially now in these crazy times, and love you all. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Take care.